Alex. How are we doing tonight?
He's just saying.
Woo! Can we all do that? Let's all do a woo! Now that was pretty good. All right, let's start one more time. Ready? Woo! Now, how about this? When I point at you, you woo. When I point at you, you woo. And when I point at you, you woo. Okay? And then we're going to get this going. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. All right, one more time here. Woo. All right, everybody together. Woo! It is great to see you tonight. Really is great to see you, and it's wonderful to have Drakeford back with us here. Yep, I met Lucy, Jane, and Drake last year when they came, and they had such a good time, and we had such a good time, that we just kind of felt like we were forming a new family together. And so when we had an opportunity to bring them back this fall, it was a no-brainer. So excited to have them both with us. Going to let you know that here's some information on Drakeford right in front of you. You want to definitely follow them. Also, their newest single just dropped, I think, within the last week and a half. It's called We'll Be Alright, and so you can get online and listen to that. I think they've got another brand new single that's going to be dropping in the next 2 weeks, and so you're going to get to hear both of those tonight and enjoy it. Last time when Drakeford was here, they lived in Chattanooga, Tennessee, one of my favorite little cities. They have since, in this last year, I believe back in March, moved to Nashville, Tennessee. That's where the artists move, isn't it? So, moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and getting involved a little bit more in writing, and not only in writing, but doing some new music and recording. It's an exciting time for them. And so, although they had to travel a little bit further this evening, it was all right to come on home to TFC, right? All right, let me do another one. For Drakeford tonight. Woo! Let's welcome Drakeford here to Grace Chapel.
Oh my goodness. Those are some good woos. We were like backstage, we were like, yeah, woo! We were just doing it with you. Man.
Just silently.
Yeah, silently.
Being secretive back there.
Yeah. It's so good to see you guys again. We are so excited to be back with you. How are you guys doing? You've had a good year? Yeah? Fantastic. Well, we're really going on it tonight. This is great. We're just going to play some songs for you guys this evening, and we just want it to feel really informal. We want to get to know you. We want you to get to know us as well. You might know this first one, and if you do, please feel free to sing along. Are you ready? You all plugged in?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This song is called Never Leave or Forsake Us. Hope you like it.
There is no way that I could ever understand, and no one has nor will fully comprehend. Your word says that you got the ocean in your hand, and that's a pretty big hand if you ask me. Big enough to hold all of us still, and close enough to know all our individual plans. So in my attempts to become a better man, I think I will just follow you closely, cause I can't do this on my own, but I am not alone. You promised that you would never leave or forsake us. I've got nowhere else to go. I absolutely know. You promised that you would never leave or forsake us. So I'm reminded of the times that I've been in need, when all I ever really wanted was to succeed. A nice car and a wife and a life of ease. But I believe that there's something far greater, cause now I know that my life's got a purpose. I recognize the lie that I am worthless. So good intentions or with wrong motives, oh heaven knows I depend on my Savior. Cause I can't do this on my own, I am not alone. promised that you would never leave or forsake us. I've got nowhere else to go, I absolutely know. You promised that you would never leave or forsake us. You guys ready for this?
Ready.
Someone died and you're grieving, you're giving or you're receiving. If you're alive and you're breathing, then he is worthy of singing. This isn't giving or taking, so please don't get me mistaken. This is about a relation to the God of creation. I said that I want to tell you that he knows your name. He made all the stars, he knows them the same. So when you start thinking about the things you want to change, just keep in mind this one thing. We can't do this on our own, but we are not alone. He promised that he would never leave or forsake us. We've got nowhere else to go, and he wants us all to know. He promised that he would never leave or forsake us.
I think that's the most singing I've heard in one of our concerts. That was amazing,
That was pretty
guys. That was fantastic.
There was even some people over here doing the rap part, which
I
was
know. I am
really
really
impressive.
impressed. Who was it? Was there like one person who was doing it? Yeah? Well done. That is fantastic. It took me so long to learn that. Drake wrote that bit and I was like, are you serious? Like, are you actually being serious? Well done.
Man, we're so glad to be back, seriously. So we have lots of new music, not just the stuff that we released. We've been writing a whole lot, and we'll be sharing a lot of that with you. We'll be obviously playing some of the older stuff that you guys might know, or you might not know. That's totally okay too. Raise your hand if we did not meet last year, or you did not hear us.
Oh.
That's a lot of you.
There's a lot of you.
You are either really trusting, or you secretly like somebody sitting next to you.
You just made everyone feel really awkward.
Either way, we're really glad that you came.
Thank you for coming tonight.
This next one is called Driftwood. It's a really special one for me. Try a little trick here. Nope, that didn't work.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's great.
Work this time.
I've been walking on a thin line, in between the things I know are wrong and right. I proclaimed and I pretended that I'm not ready for that stranger in the night. Oh, and now I see that the life I lead is different underneath this southern sky. Well, I've been standing for a long time, and I don't think I can do this anymore.
Wow, I can hear a pin drop at the end of that.
I
So
know.
quiet. You guys are amazing.
I just have to make a quick confession. How many worship leaders are in the house? Got some worship leaders. So I have never used these little headphone things before called in-ear monitors.
That's the proper term.
I'm still getting used to it, so you'll have to be gracious with me.
You could just take them out and use this.
Good.
Yeah.
But I may as well use them. I've got them.
Okay. Alright, how would you guys feel about hearing a brand new song that's not even released yet? We wrote this song a few months ago. We did just move to Nashville actually in March, which has been absolutely amazing, and we've learned a lot, and it's taught us a lot as well. Learned a lot, taught us a lot, it's kind of the same thing. But we started co-writing with a lot more people, and we wrote this next song with a good friend of ours in Nashville, and it was actually intended to be for someone else, but we wrote it and we were like, oh my gosh, I love that so much, can we keep it? So we ended up keeping it for ourselves, and we're going to be releasing it on October 4th. So October 4th is the next one. We're just releasing quite a few singles this year, and I hope you guys like it. It's a very folky song. I hope you like it. It's called Beautiful World.
In the hills of East Tennessee, I heard God speaking to me. He said, child, look all around, what a beautiful world it is. From the ground where we buried our loved ones spring out, willows and wildflowers now. New life is found, what a beautiful world it is. Autumn on the mountainside, holding on to you so tight. I know it now, I knew it then. What a beautiful world it is. My love, wild as the flames from the sun, free as the river she runs, and she brings back to mind what a beautiful world it is. Autumn on the mountainside, holding on to you so tight. I know it now, I knew it then. What a beautiful world it is. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Autumn on a mountainside, holding on to you so tight. Oh darling, don't you dare forget what a beautiful world it is. What a beautiful world it is.
Thank you so much. You guys like it? Yeah? Good, that's always a good sign. So, fun fact about Drake and I, a lot of you guys probably heard this last year, but Drake and I actually met, we were living in Istanbul, Turkey, in the Near East for about 3 years, and we were doing mission work over there. So we were part of a creative arts performing team that would go out to the streets all over Turkey, the Middle East, North Africa. We'd travel all over doing these street performances. We'd gather crowds and we'd share our faith with people afterwards. And so that's how we met. And we actually, you know, team rules, mission trips, you know, there are rules about not dating, right? Which is very good. It's a very good thing. But the problem was that you're not even allowed to tell someone on the team if you like them. And so I liked Drake quite a lot. And I was like, I think he likes me back, but I can't tell, we can't talk about it. So it kind of felt like the whole middle school awkwardness all over again, you know what I mean? So it was just really awkward because it was this weird, like, yeah, I don't know, and we can't talk about it. So Drake actually wrote a song about this whole situation, needing clarity about something. And he put it up on YouTube, and I watched it, and I was like, I could be completely wrong because it's a very vague song, but I wonder if this is about this whole situation. Maybe this is like secret message to me that he does like me.
It totally was.
It was. Yeah, I picked up on it, and like looking back at it now, you're about to hear the song. I honestly have no clue how I figured it out because it's so vague. I think I was just hoping way too hard, like, oh yeah, this is totally about me. But this is where this song came from. It's actually on our first record we released. The album is called Anchors Away, and the song is called Clarity. A vague song called Clarity. I hope you get it.
Uncertainty is killing me, straining both my eyes to catch a glimpse of what may be. And on the surface I'm composed, oh, but underneath I'm just a child in a tiny world of disbelief. I'm just a child, can't you see? And my peace of mind is out of sight. Sadly, I've been taught to wait until I see a sign. Like a window thick with frost in the wintertime, I hit the gas not knowing what is on the other side. I'm just along for the ride. I'd scale the highest mountain and climb its tallest tree. I'd run as fast and as far as it takes just to find some clarity. And I wish that I could seize the day instead of sitting around this house throwing my time away. And when no worry comes, oh, I wish he wouldn't stay. But it seems he wouldn't have it any other way. Well, there's a reason why we pray. I'd scale the highest mountain and climb its tallest tree. I'd run as fast and as far as it takes just to find some clarity. And I'll hold an outreached hand and request a 5-year plan, but to know exactly where I'm gonna be, what's in front of me, doesn't seem to come that easily. No. I'd scale the highest mountain, climb its tallest tree. I'd run as fast and as far as it takes just to find it. I'd scale the highest mountain and climb its tallest tree. Yeah, well, I'd run as fast and as far as it takes just to find some clarity.
Thank you guys so much. I keep taking this in and I'm putting it back. It's driving me crazy. So Lucy mentioned it, but we now live in Nashville. Has anybody spent any time in Nashville? Yeah, it's pretty cool. We miss Chattanooga. Chattanooga is pretty. It's kind of like here. Here is pretty. Nashville's not pretty. It's the one thing we don't have going for us. But the thing that we really love about Nashville is you move there as a musician, and you hear like everybody's a musician. Every bartender, every barista, every like plumber, everybody plays guitar, knows how to record stuff, and it's true, like wildly true. Everybody plays music and knows what's going on. And so we went into it thinking it would be quite a competitive place, you know, like everybody does it, so they don't want to help you out, they just want to see you fall so that they can succeed. And we discovered that it's just the opposite of that. People just love helping each other out. It's a really community strong spirit. And so we love it a lot. And when we like something, we write a song about it. So I wrote a song about it. This is called Nashville. This released on Friday. So it is out there if you like it.
Do you guys have Spotify? Yeah? So you can find us on there. You can find it on there.
Well, I moved to the land of music and of promises, the land of traffic jams, restaurants and offices, a coffee in my hand just to help me fight the awkwardness. Was in another town, but this is where the party is. So there I go, jumping on the bandwagon, raise a glass for all the record deals I ain't having. Funny enough, I didn't come to make my dreams happen, I just came to be singing. First of all, don't do it for the money. Second of all, don't work for free. You gotta give to share, so change the spell for those who need the opportunity. You gotta breathe it in when you walk through the roses, but chase the one that you're meant to be. And most of all, just love all the people you see, and that tip's on me. Well, I'm still figuring out the ways of my new town, a city full of dreamers, and we're paying the bills somehow. You've probably seen them all living it up in SoCal, but only Tennessee knows the meaning of a hoedown. You probably heard about some dollars and a bakery. You definitely heard about the music industry, but people are the real heartbeat of the community, and that's fine by me. Singing, first of all, don't do it for the money. Second of all, don't work for free. You gotta give to share, some change the spell for those who need the opportunity. You gotta breathe it in when you're walking through the roses, but chase the one that you're meant to be. And most of all, just love all the people you see. That tip's on me. You guys want to help us out a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna split the room in half. Left, you're gonna do this, okay? Oh, oh. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Keep that going. Are you guys ready? Oh, oh, na 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 na. 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 Oh, oh, na 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 na. Oh, oh, na 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 na. Oh, oh, na 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 na. Well, Nashville is alive and kicking, hits you in the senses like a fresh hot chicken. Some people think that all you gotta do is write a hit, then take it to the radio and now you're making millions. But you know, it doesn't work that way. You write a couple hundred songs, only one gets played, but that's okay. I'm in it to communicate, and you know, I got a lot to say. Singing, first of all, don't do it for the money. Second of all, don't work for free. You gotta give to share, some change the spell for those who need the opportunity. You gotta breathe it in when you're walking through the roses, but chase the one that you're meant to be. And most of all, just love all the people you see. That tip's on me.
All right.
are just on it tonight. That was fantastic. And I feel like I did hear a few of you singing the chorus. Is that true? Do you guys some of you already know the song? It's literally been out less than a week. You guys are amazing.
You spoil us, you really do.
You spoil us.
We're just going to keep the new song train rolling. So this is our first single of 2019 we're going to play now. It's called We'll Be Alright. Basically, I know I kind of hit on this last time we were here, but if you don't know, we've been doing full-time music for about 2.5 years now.
It's 3.5 now.
3.5, oh my goodness. And it's been incredible. We've gotten to travel and meet lots of really cool people like yourselves, see really cool places, but also being gone all the time and not constantly plugged into community and being surrounded by friends and not having normalcy and routine kind of takes a toll on you after a little while. And so the last year has been a little bit difficult for us, if I'm being completely honest, just emotionally and spiritually and relationally. Relationally, is that okay?
You can make it.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying. But we sat down and we had a conversation in a car driving back home from a show one day. And it was a morning show for some reason. I don't know why we were playing a morning show. But we were almost back home and we were talking about this idea of how, like, stuff may be difficult and like finances might be a little bit hard, but as long as we've got our faith and we've got each other, we're gonna be just fine. And it was like the lyrics just started coming. And so we sat down together that afternoon in our living room in Chattanooga and we wrote this song. And it's been kind of our motto for the last 1.5 years, I'd say, just like, we're gonna be fine, we got this. We got each other, we've got our faith. And yeah, so this is We'll Be Alright. I almost started playing Nashville again.
Baby, you don't look a lot like Tennessee, but I'm really glad you're here with me. I'd be helpless by myself, but I know it ain't easy being so far from your family. Feeling homesick, but you know if we stick together we can face tomorrow. It doesn't matter where we go, because you're the first light in the morning, a dark sky without a warning. No, don't mind if it starts storming, cause you know I love the rain. Don't need the sun to shine, cause you're my heat in the summertime. And no matter the weather, if we're standing together, then I know you and I will be alright. I know we will be alright.
Lately, life is tougher than it's ever been. We've been through the fire and back again, but I got no doubt that we're gonna make it. Because baby, I have witnessed every side of you. I know the depths of what you're going through, but happiness is ours for the taking. Oh, I just wanted you to know that
you're the first light in the morning, a dark sky without a warning. No, don't mind if it starts storming, cause you know I love the rain. Don't need the sun to shine, cause you're my heat in the summertime. And no matter the weather, if we're standing together, then I know you and I will be alright. Without stress and worry free, but I've got you and you got me, so we are gonna be just fine. Cause you're the first light in the morning, a dark sky without a warning. don't mind if it starts storming. No, don't need the sun to shine, 'cause you're my heat in the summertime. And no matter the weather, if we stand together, and I know you and I will be alright. I know we will be alright.
Can we just like take you guys with us everywhere to like every show? Just to have you in the audience singing along with us. Oh,
They definitely say that to everyone.
this honestly never happens to us. This is great. Thanks, guys.
This next song is in the same vein as We'll Be Right, just a little bit less happy sounding.
It's not depressing. This one is actually not released anywhere yet. We're hoping to release it sometime next year. It's called Press On.
When your heart is broken, what do you see when your eyes aren't fixed? Where do you go when the doors aren't open? Where do you go when you can't pay rent? What do you do when your light is fading? When you're not so sure that the anchor holds, and when all of your plans are failing, what can you do but surrender all? I'm done pretending that I'm strong, when I've got nothing left to stand upon. Broken faith you have is gone. You just take a deep breath and press on. Oh, you gotta press on. Oh, and what do you do when the future scares you? When you're not so sure which way to go? When your sense of calling fails you, what can you do but surrender? What can you do but surrender all? I'm done pretending that I'm strong, when I've got nothing left to stand upon. When every trace of broken faith you have is gone. You just take a deep breath and press on. You gotta press on. You may fall down, don't fall behind. Use all the strength that you can find to get back up and find another day. Yeah, move ahead from what you've learned. Don't sit and watch your bridges burn, but let the fire illuminate your way as you make your way. I'm done pretending that I'm strong, when I've got nothing left to stand upon. And every trace of broken faith you have is gone. You just take a deep breath and press press on. Oh, you gotta press on. Oh.
All right, how about a song you guys might know? Is that okay? Well, maybe you know it, maybe you don't. All right, so this song is, it was kind of the first single off our last album we released. The album's called The Bench, and we do have it for sale here today if you guys are interested. You can also find it on Spotify and iTunes and anywhere else that you listen to music. But this song is basically all about unity and standing together. We actually wrote it around about the time that the 2016 presidential election was happening, you know, and there was just a lot of disunity and just division everywhere. So we just felt like we needed to write a song that was kind of saying, look, we need to stand together, even in our differences, we need to stand together and just love one another. That's basically what it is. And so that's where the song came from, and it's called Stronger Than One.
Feeling heavy? Do you have a weight on your back that's too hard to carry? That renders you still in your tracks? Well, tell me, are you hurting? Do you have a burden like a chain on your neck? Well, let me tell you something. You don't have to live like that. No one soul could never make it alone, but if we all stand together, then we're stronger than one. And when your world starts to crumble, you don't have to run, 'cause if we all stand together, then we're stronger than one. And have you been rejected? I promise I've been there too. I know how it affects you in every single thing that you do. Well, are you broken hearted, feeling disregarded, like you got nothing left? Well, let me tell you something. You don't have to live like that. No one soul could never make it alone. But if we all stand together, then we're stronger than one. And when your world starts to crumble, you don't have to run, 'cause if we all stand together, then we're stronger than one. And when you're down, when you're caught out in the rain, when you're not feeling so strong, there and then, no matter when there is a hand, you can always count on. Take my word when it hurts so bad, and you're not sure what to do. It doesn't have to be up to you, no, 'cause one soul could never make it alone. But if we all stand together, then we're stronger than one. And when your world starts to crumble, you don't have to run, 'cause if we all stand together, then we're stronger than one.
Yeah, thanks guys. So, we mentioned the first CD that we ever recorded. It's called Anchors Away. We don't have any copies of that CD left, because honestly we just keep forgetting to reorder them.
Although, what happened when we did reorder some CDs today?
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, we almost ran out of our new CD as well, and I thought to myself, we should probably have some of those to sell at shows and stuff in case people want to listen to music, right? So, I called up a company in Chattanooga that I've worked with before, and I said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to be that annoying musician. We're driving through Chattanooga on a week Thursday, so a week from now, basically. This was a week ago. And I need some CDs. Can you print me, these CDs? And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll rush it. Just send us all the artwork and we'll make sure everything works out. And I was like, great. So I sent them the stuff. They're like, well, it didn't fit into our original template, but we reconfigured it and I think it looks great. And I was like, you know what? I trust you. Like, I feel bad that I just put it on your plate too last minute. So I trust you got this. And so we got there at 10 o'clock this morning, picked up the CDs. Super grateful. Thank you so much for fitting a rush order in. Opened the box up, and it looks like the CD cover was just like scrunched together. So there's a very limited edition special bootleg Drakeford CD available here only, people.
Here only, so if you want that. We do have some of the other ones as well. It sounds just exactly the same, but it looks different. So yeah, limited edition, exclusive, if you guys want that CD today.
You know you go on vacation somewhere and there's like a guy selling Ray-Bans on the street corner? It's kind of similar to that. You know they're not really Ray-Bans, but they get the job done.
But it is coming directly from us, but it's interesting. But that's up to you guys.
All that to say, here's the title track from the first CD that we don't have.
There's a man inside your soul, and he knows exactly who you are. He's your identity, even though you're not a perfect one. There's hope in your bones, love at your foundation. There's light in those eyes, leading the right direction. You have never left my hands. I will not let you go, because you're helpless by yourself. But I've called you to my own. So you can put your faith in me. I promise not to let you down. And when you sail the stormy seas, I can be your solid ground. So anchors away, be assured that nothing wrong will happen, 'cause your story's like a ship that patiently awaits her captain. You have never left my hands. I will not let you go, because you're helpless by yourself. But I've called you to my own. You have never left my hands. I will not let you go, because you're helpless by yourself. But I've called you to my own.
Trick some of you.
guys still enjoying yourselves? Awesome. We're just so grateful that you guys would spend your evening with us. Thank you so much.
So let there be light, and creation began, and God saw that it was good, so He continued with His plans. He brought forth the earth from seed with the command, and in His very own image He breathed life into land, and it was perfect. Not a scratch or a flaw between the Lord and His creation, no separation at all, until the one was deceived and caused the other one to fall, and they were thrown out of the gate without a way to climb the wall, and it was hopeless. In a world of desperation and trial and tribulation and disorientation, and this is what it's like when we live in separation from God. So open up your eyes and rise and realize that there's some new emotion that's building up inside you. Set the limitation on what you can and what you can't do according to a system that's against all that is true. It's got you and the rest of society entangled in its web, made of fear and anxiety. You run from the voice of the Lord, scared that He'll release all the wrath that was stored for the sons and the daughters of hell. Satan and all of his angels that fell, and even before you the scriptures tell that they will not prevail, but you're scared because you disobeyed God as well. So when it all seems broken, and you take a final breath, you see the words that were spoken. The penalty for this disobedience is death, and now you've got to face the consequence according to the evidence of living in a house that's painted by your sinfulness and running out of fear, not knowing that the Father is following, because He says that you were made for more than this. And so He stepped down into time and space. He took sin upon Himself, hung in our place, and with nails in His hands and blood on His face, He says, "This is grace." And it covers up the most shameful thing that you have done, and is big enough for every living thing under the sun. And so it's time to forget this doubt to which we've clung, for God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. Thank you guys.
People sing along to that one too, gosh. You guys truly are amazing. It's incredible.
I keep headbutting my mic by accident. Seriously guys, thank you for coming and spending your evening hanging out with us. It means the world.
Do you want to know one of my memories of last time we were at Drakeford?
I have a feeling it's hilarious.
You guys might remember this. I don't know if you remember this. It was our first time here. We were leading worship in the morning. I think it was the second song. And Drake realised that he'd left his capo backstage. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. That's like one of my memories.
So you were looking for like 10 minutes?
I was like, I ran back there in the middle of this like worship set. Run back there trying to find his capo. It's not back there. I'm freaking out.
I was like trying to come up with jokes and small talk. And then halfway through I realized it was in my pocket the whole time.
Yeah, I vividly remember that.
And we've been best friends ever since.
Yeah.
That's right.
Broke the ice.
this is one of my favorite songs that we've ever written. And if you look at the playlist on Spotify or Apple Music, this is one of our least popular songs, but I just love it so much, so we keep throwing it on the set list. But it's called Maybe. It started out as a really personal song for me, just coming to terms with some things that I needed to acknowledge personally. And then I thought, maybe I'm not the only one who needs to take a look at some things that maybe we need to acknowledge. And so I thought, well, every culture around the world has got some atrocity in its recent history. So let's just open it up to our whole country and just say, maybe there's some things that we need to look at with a lens of, what's the word I'm looking for? That was gonna be really sweet. I just blanked out my word. Anyway. We need to, yeah, I'll just play the song. It's called Maybe. I'm a little bit tired, guys. Am I just the empty shell of a man who believes what he chooses and sleeps when he can? Or am I a creation of labor and will that's been sadly misled by a false sense of skill? Well, it's taken long enough, but now I can see that the universe does not revolve around me. So maybe it's my turn to say that I'm sorry. It might not be the answer, oh, but it may be. The jack of all trades and a master of none, yet I proudly proclaim that I'm better than some. Yeah, I view myself higher than most that I see, yet I fear that the lowest is actually me. Well, it's taken long enough, but now I can tell. Well, I'm a descendant of people who came to the land of the natives and forced them to change, and we learned how to profit from seed that was sown by sweat and by labor, and neither our own. And even though it wasn't in our time, doesn't mean we shouldn't make it right. So maybe it's our turn to say that we're sorry. It might not be the answer, oh, but it may be. Yeah, maybe it's our turn. the grief. I just decided to ditch the headphones and now I can hear everything. So thank you so much for singing with us. All right, I'm gonna play a love song now. I told you when you like something, you write a song about it. Or someone.
This may come as no surprise, but when you get into my mind, I'm hopeless, I can't focus, no matter how hard I try. And if you got something to do, you may as well drop that too. Yeah, just forget it, let's have a picnic, a spontaneous dinner for two, with a view. I don't have it figured out, but babe, you gotta trust me. And we can fly around the world and visit every city, and we can do it all. And no, I'm not pretending, and even though we're just beginning, this could be our happy ending. Understand, cause I'm nothing more than a simple man, but this favor we've seen has exceeded all my plans. And it's my joy to dance along, and it's love that keeps my rhythm strong. And I'm sure that you're more than happy to sing along to this lover's song, yeah. And I don't have it figured out, but babe, you gotta trust me. And we can fly around the world and visit every city, and we can do it all. And no, I'm not pretending, and even though we're just beginning, this could be our happy ending. And sometimes I feel to put you before myself, but baby, just know that I'm learning trust me. And we can fly around the world and visit every city, and we can do it all. And no, I'm not pretending, and even though we're just beginning, this could be our happy ending. You've got a friend in me. Sing it. You got a friend in me. When the road is looking rough ahead, and you're miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Oh, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles and I've got them too, but there isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and we see it through. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Well, some of the other boys might be a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. None of them is ever gonna love you the way I do, 'cause it's me and you. Oh, the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see that it's our destiny. You got a friend in me.
Oh, that was so much fun. That was great.
You want to do?
We should just end it on that one.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. See you next time. Tip jar, did I hear something?
Yeah.
You know what? I think my fingers might be able to handle that.
Yeah?
Why don't we swap that with? Yep. Boom. Perfect. You don't even know what we swapped it with. Could have been a song you liked better. Just kidding. So, thank you for that request, by the way. Appreciate you. When I first moved to Istanbul, Turkey, I ran out of money. I just moved to the mission field. I was 19 years old. 18. No, I was 19. 19 years old. Ran out of cash. It was before the days of like PayPal, fast transfer money. And I was like, well, shoot, I've got to pay bills, I've got to buy groceries. And so I had the bright idea of going on the street corner and opening up my guitar case and just singing and seeing if Turkish people would walk past and throw money in my guitar case. And what do you know, it worked. It was amazing. So the first day went by, I made like 50 bucks. Second day goes by, I made like another 50 bucks. 2 weeks goes by, I'm like buying my friends coffee, taking my friends out for meals, I'm paying my rent, and, you know, making a living off the land, playing music. And it was amazing for a little while. 3 weeks passed, and my fingers were getting a little bit tired, my voice was a little bit worn. I was making the money I needed to, but it didn't seem worth it because I was literally doing it for the money right then, because I needed the money. And that moment taught me a very important lesson, and it's that music is so much more than just paying bills. It's so much more than standing on stage and looking cool or impressing people. Music is one of the greatest tools of communication that we have. It stretches across languages and cultures. And so I learned that day that music was going to be for the purpose of communication here on out, from now on. To commemorate that little hallmark event, I wrote a quirky little song called Tip Jar. So I'm gonna play it.
Well, the last I'm out of cash, and no, I will not borrow. It seems that I've forgotten how to chew or to swallow. I'm choking on my pride, well, at least until tomorrow. I'll play out on the street with a tip jar at my feet and hope that you're listening. I beat myself for every little thing that I do wrong. I get carried away and use the internet for too long. And I've got a lot to say, but instead I'll write a new song and play it on the street with a tip jar at my feet and hope that you're listening. Well, even though I'm not a very wealthy man, God knows that I am happy where I am. So keep your money in your wallet, and no, I promise I don't want it, just as long as you're listening. Just as long as you're listening. don't think I'm strange because I love English weather. My favorite time is autumn, even though I've got no sweaters. And when I've got free time, I like to get my friends together, and we play out on the street with a tip jar at our feet, and hope that you're listening. And if you like the songs we play, well, we'll accept your pocket change, but just as long as you're listening. All right, we got 2 more songs for you. Is that okay?
Sorry, just having some discussions. Understand me, it's fine.
I understand you, I just don't.
Okay. Never mind.
Not good at making decisions on the spot, guys.
I thought I had a cool idea, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
Come on, Drake.
I'll give you the choice. If we have to play 2, do you want 2 upbeat songs, do you want 2 heartfelt songs, or do you want 1 of each?
How about 3? How about 3?
He says 3.
How about 3?
We could do 3.
Make it 4.
So here's the deal. I'll play 1 kind of quiet song, I'll play 1 kind of high energy song, and then we'll end on a really quiet song to kind of leave you thinking. Does that float your boat? Is that all right? You guys are the best, man. This is a song I started writing when we came back to the States after being on the mission field for a little while. There's something called reverse culture shock that happens, where in order to get out of the culture that you're in and into the culture that you're in on the mission field, you kind of take on the culture that you're in's, like traits and viewpoints and stuff. And so reverse culture shock is when you come back to your home and it's just like everything that you grew up with is thrown into question. You're like, we are terrible, America sucks, like this. And it sounds dramatic, but I was going through a very severe bout of reverse culture shock coming back here and seeing some of the traditional things that we do within Christianity and just kind of being fed up with it. Not fed up with Jesus at all. He's great. And so I started writing this song, and I was just a little bit too bitter. So I set the song down for a little while. I came back and picked it up because I did think that there was some valid stuff in it. So here is the revised culture shock song called Whitewash. You throw out your whitewash, and I'll throw out my pride. Let's open and expose all that the devil says to hide. And let's shave off these calluses from the things we've tried. And release all the secrets, release all the secrets we're taught to keep inside. That's the right lyric.
Yeah.
'Cause he is worthy of a flawless bride, but he says we are his delight. He is worthy of a flawless bride. So we should probably try. You throw out your whitewash, and I'll shut my judging eyes. Let our our battle cries. And let's stop this unrighteous hatred that's fueled by lies. And let's love all the people religion has despised. 'Cause he is worthy of a flawless bride, but he says we are his delight. He is worthy of a flawless bride. So we should probably try. We should probably try a little harder than attending Sunday service. Take the gospel to the streets and let our living be our worship. And instead of pointing fingers, we should find the faults within us. 'Cause we've all got this blood on our hands. And I'm not singing to the world, I'd rather preach it to the choir. 'Cause we're executing murderers and exalting lots of liars, when in actuality we're all deserving of hellfire, but saved by this blood on our hands. So I'm urging you to hold on to the hope that we profess. 'Cause the promiser is faithful and he keeps his promises. And so I promise you, oh my friends, there'll be more than this. Not because of our works, but by his righteousness.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
And I really love that one. We don't play that very much.
Yeah, thanks for letting me play that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel I'm going nowhere and running out of time, like I'm swimming up a river against a turning tide. Oh, I'm climbing up this mountain 30 miles high with a suitcase in my hand and a woman at my side. And I've been searching for a beacon that I still have yet to find. And there's got to be a reason for the slowing in my stride. I could probably find the culprit if I really sat and tried. But to be completely honest, I'd rather run and hide. Oh no. And I know that my heart is running, but I feel there's a breakthrough coming. And my boots may be worn, but I know the way I was made to go. And now things are really changing, but not the way I planned. People look at my creations and they think that's who I am. And we all have expectations, but I wish they'd understand that the only inspiration that I get is secondhand. But still people try to tell me what I should and shouldn't say, like you better keep it simple and don't challenge us that way. But I'm not in that kind of business, no, I left that ship at bay. So I'll keep on writing what I think we need to hear today. Oh no, and my heart is a foaming horizon, and my mind is a red horizon. My sails may be torn, but I know the way I was made to go. Ooh. 2 steps back, been wondering if I'm still on track. I got faith in what my eyes can't see, but I'm not the man I thought I'd be. No, and my heart is an open canyon, more desolate than it has been. And my boots may be worn, but I know the way I was made to go.
Oh man.
Man. All right. Last one. Is this the last one?
Last one. You guys are the best.
I don't even know what time it is. We might have been going 3 hours. Who knows? Oh, we're doing good. Yeah.
Oh gosh, man. I haven't played that in so long, dude.
What? What song?
Alright, I'm gonna get this in tune one day. And then I'll play a song. This song is called Ruins.
Good choice.
So, when we were living in Turkey, we were driving across the eastern part of the country, and we passed a little stretch of Roman road built like 2,000 years ago, almost 1,700 years ago. And so I begged the bus driver to stop and let us go explore this little stretch of Roman road. There were no fences. There were no like guys with tickets saying you have to pay this much to come and see this historical piece. We just got to walk on it. And I was thinking, this is so cool, because in America we don't have Roman roads. That's just a fact. So I was really interested in it. And I was like, my songwriting mind was turning. I was like, Ruins would be a really great song title. So I'm gonna write a song called Ruins. And I didn't know what it was gonna be about. And normally I don't start with a title. But I had this song called Ruins, and in my songwriting process, I like to draw metaphors between like people and situations or other things in nature, just to drive a point home. And so I was like, well, there has to be some similarities between ruins and people, you know. And I started thinking, and a Bible verse came to mind that says that men are meant to be cities on a hill. And there's this grand, I got this picture of like the old city walls of Istanbul. And that's what we're meant to be. And then I thought about the old city walls of Istanbul now, here, 2019, and they're all crumbled and decrepit. And then I realized, I do not feel like a city on a hill right now. And so it was like, well, there's my metaphor. The more I leaned into it though, the more depressing it got, because the more I realized, like, shoot, we have really fallen short of what we're meant to be as people, as the creation of God, made in His image. And so I started to get a little bit down, and it wasn't towards the very end of this song that the Lord kind of reminded me that the person who built the Roman roads, he died 1,700 years ago, never to be seen again. And that means that his work, therefore, like there on forward, is just set to decay. It's just going to get worse. It's going to crumble. It's going to weather with time. And he'll never be able to come back and like touch up his work, you know, make it what it was meant to be. But then God reminded me that our Maker died 2,000 years ago, just like this Roman guy who built this road. But instead of staying that way, He actually rose from the grave, like conquered death, literally so that we could be made into what we're meant to be every day. Because the Bible says that there's mercy that's new every morning, meaning that no matter what you've done, you can always be restored to your fullest potential, no matter what's behind you, no matter how harsh a storm you've weathered, or no matter how crazy a wartime you've experienced. So be encouraged. I was encouraged in that process, and we've been playing this song ever since. So hope you like it. This is Ruins.
me to say where the pieces fell apart. Long before, but I'm sure that I was tattered from the start. And I was never held together by this feeble human heart. No. And so it's hard for me to say where the pieces fell apart. Oh, and all these ruins just remind me of the fall that happened long before me. And now I'm waiting like an ancient city wall for my maker to restore me still into a city on a hill. And as a child I understood, but it was only from afar. As I grew closer to you, I saw how beautiful you are. And I was scared to let you down and disappoint you from the start, Lord. Because it's hard for me to say where the pieces fell apart. Remind me of the fall that happened long before me. And now I'm waiting like an ancient city wall for my maker to restore me still into a city on a hill. You saw us lift our hands up to the sky. And you sent the one you loved from up on high. And for our sins and with our shame, we there to die. Oh, but he rose again to bring us back to life. Yeah. Oh, that happened long before us. And now I'm waiting like an ancient city wall, but I've got my hope in Jesus Christ to bring these ruins back to life.
Well, that was going to be our last one. You want that to be our last one?
I mean, no. I could sing here all night with these people.
Would you guys like to do one that we've already done and a couple of you guys come up on stage and sing it with us? Or would you like us to do Or we can also do a new one.
I mean, I don't want to put any pressure. That was my hesitation. I didn't want people to feel pressure.
Of course, absolutely no pressure. My thought was to do Never Leave or Forsake Us again and get you guys to come and do the rap, but we totally don't have to do that.
Is anybody willing to come up and rap with us?
I'm not going to force anyone. It's a voluntary moment. Okay. Don't want to make anyone feel embarrassed, so we won't do that. Alright, we'll do one last one that we haven't done tonight. How about that?
Alright, I can't remember if we did this last time we were here. I wrote a song when I was 15 years old, and I'm from South Carolina originally, and I wrote this song, this is not a joke, I'm not kidding you. I wrote this song on my bicycle while I was riding through some cornfields. So, I want to play it for you. I had just become a believer at the time. I didn't grow up in church, but I got invited and I understood the gospel when I was about 14 years old, and I started playing music at the same time. I also love to ride my bicycle. So I'm riding, through the cornfields of South Carolina, and I heard this Bible verse or some Christian phrase give me a new song or something like that, put a new song in my mouth. And I didn't know where it was from. I was just like, that's a cool idea. And so I was like, God, I don't know how to pray. I'm a new Christian. I don't know if there's formalities about this, but if you want to give me a song, I'll sing it. I just started playing music. That could be cool. And literally, it's not happened since. I just got this song kind of downloaded, and I finished the entire song when I was 15. I literally walked up back to the house in all of my cycling gear, threw my bike in the front yard, walked inside, sat down with the guitar, and played it, and it literally hasn't changed since then. So, this is called Legacy, and there are some 15-year-old Drake-isms in there.
You gave me life, and for that I am thankful. You've given me all I need, still I'm ungrateful. I'm scared that I'm gonna be labeled for saying my prayers when I'm at the lunch table. But why should I be afraid? The Lord said that I was fearfully and wonderfully made. And now the price has been paid, so why am I counting my change? Oh, I live my life for you, 'cause you gave your life for me. You died upon the cross so that I could be redeemed. Oh, and now my sin is gone, and your blood has set me free. Father, will you glorify yourself through me? So give me courage, because I'm oh so scared. I want to live for you, but I feel unprepared. And yeah, I really do care, but I have been broken and I need to be repaired. So Father, I will obey. Just tell me all the words that you want me to say. Yeah, I may be broken today, but I know that it's going to change. So I live my life for you, 'cause you gave your life for me. You died upon the cross so that I could be redeemed. Oh, and now my sin is gone, and your blood has set me free. Father, will you glorify yourself to me?
You guys ready?
Well, life support isn't doctor's orders for me, because I'm dead to this world, but I'm alive and I'm free. You might say that I'm living with a fake ID, because I'm not Jesus, but he did die for me. He took it all to the cross, and he nailed it to the wood. He saved our whole wide world when no one else could, and so I'm proud, but only in his legacy, because I'm living in his world for me. So I live my life for you, 'cause you gave your life for me. You died upon the cross so that I could be redeemed. Oh, and now my sin your blood has set me free. Father, will you glorify yourself? I live my life for you, 'cause you gave your life for me. You died upon the cross so that I could be redeemed. Oh, and now my sin is gone, and your blood has set me free. Father, will you glorify yourself through me? And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see that it's